Let's face it, now being the President of the United States isn't just about giving speeches, signing bills, and posing for patriotic photos. It also comes with one seriously impressive perk: the world's most sophisticated and secure transportation system. If you thought your morning commute was stressful, imagine what it takes to move the leader of the free world from point A to point B. It's not as simple as hailing an Uber. In the world of presidential travel, there are no shortcuts. Everything is meticulously planned, heavily guarded, and executed with the precision of a Swiss watch. Why? Because the president isn't just any VIP. They're a symbol of American stability, leadership, and occasionally the target of those who would rather see them not make it to their destination. Buckle up as we take you on a behind-the-scenes tour of the secretive, high-tech, and often downright jaw-dropping world of presidential transportation. Commercial airlines? Thanks but no thanks. Let's get one thing straight right out of the gate. You're never going to see the president standing in a TSA line, juggling their shoes and belt while trying to find their boarding pass. No, commercial travel just won't cut it when you're the commander-in-chief. From the moment a president is sworn into office, their travel arrangements transform into a mobile fortress operation. The president's travel is not just about convenience. It's about national security. Every journey requires rigorous planning, top-tier technology, and operational secrecy that would make a spy novel look amateurish. The Flying Fortress. Now, let's talk about the star of the show, Air Force One. Contrary to popular belief, Air Force One isn't a single plane. It's actually a call sign used for any US Air Force aircraft carrying the president. Technically, if the president decided to hop into a Cessna 172, which to be clear, they absolutely would not, that would also be Air Force One for the duration of the flight. The aircraft most people associate with Air Force One, however, is the Boeing VC-25, essentially a heavily customized Boeing 747-200B, known by its military designation SAM 28000 or its twin SAM 29000. This behemoth can practically run the country from 40,000 feet. Inside, you'll find everything from conference rooms to a medical suite stocked with the president's blood type, just in case. Oh, and there's plenty of room for staff, advisors, press members, and Secret Service agents too. It's like the world's most exclusive flying office building. But how did we get here? The Air Force One tradition dates back to the 1930s, with the first official presidential aircraft being Franklin D. Roosevelt's Sacred Cow, a Douglas F-54 Skymaster modified for presidential duties. Over the decades, technology evolved and jet engines replaced the old piston-driven clunkers. Perhaps the most iconic Air Force One before the 747s arrived was the SAM 26000, a customized Boeing 707 that served presidents from Kennedy through Clinton. Designed with the help of First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy and industrial design legend Raymond Loewy, it set the standard for the classic blue and white livery still used today: the Presidential Chopper. While Air Force One handles the long-haul flights, Marine One takes care of the short hops. Like its airborne cousin, Marine One is actually a call sign, this time for any Marine Corps helicopter carrying the president. The squad responsible for these flights is Marine Helicopter Squadron 1, HMX-1. These elite pilots undergo rigorous training to make sure they're up for the challenge of ferrying the nation's top official. The fleet consists of VIP versions of the Sikorsky 5H 3D Sea King and the VH-60N White Hawk. The helicopters are equipped with ballistic armor, anti-missile countermeasures, and electromagnetic pulse protection, because apparently, even nukes can't stop the presidential chopper from doing its job. And while we're here, let's not forget the V-22 Ospreys, those funky-looking tilt-rotor aircraft that resemble a hybrid between a helicopter and a plane. While Ospreys don't actually carry the president, they're vital for transporting staff, Secret Service agents, and media personnel. Think of them as the presidential entourage's shuttle buses. The Beast, the presidential limousine. On the ground, the president rides in a vehicle that makes even the Batmobile look like a toy car, the Beast. Officially, it's a highly customized Cadillac limousine, but that's like calling the Great Wall of China just a fence. The Beast is a rolling fortress featuring armor-plated doors, bulletproof windows, run-flat tires, night vision capabilities, and a sealed interior to guard against chemical attacks. Oh, and in the trunk, oxygen tanks, firefighting systems, and even bags of the president's blood type for emergency transfusions. Each time the Beast leaves the garage, it has undergone extensive maintenance checks to ensure it's fully operational and ready to counter any threat imaginable. The presidential motorcade. If you've ever seen the president traveling through a city, you've likely witnessed the awe-inspiring spectacle that is the presidential motorcade. It's part parade, part military operation, and part traveling circus, all designed to move the president safely from one location to another. At the front of the motorcade, you'll find route and pilot cars that scout ahead, communicating in real time about any obstacles, detours, or suspicious activity. Behind them rolls the lead car, essentially acting as the brain of the operation, directing the whole show. Police motorcycles and patrol cars, known as sweepers, keep traffic at bay and ensure the motorcade maintains its constant speed. Depending on the circumstances, the convoy can feature up to 50 vehicles, including decoy limos, press vans, emergency medical units, and communication vehicles. And let's not forget about the tactical response teams, which are ready to spring into action at a moment's notice. You don't just drive with the president, you deploy like a small army. Planning the presidential itinerary, coordinating a presidential trip isn't something that gets thrown together the night before. The White House advance team begins planning months in advance, performing site surveys, coordinating with local and foreign officials, and laying out every step of the president's journey with surgical precision. Roughly 13 to 15 White House agencies collaborate on these trips, including communications, press, public liaison offices, and, of course, the Secret Service. Once everything is mapped out, an advance team arrives early to ensure everything is in place before Air Force One even takes off. Even the military gets in on the act, handling logistics for Air Force One, Marine One, and all the presidential vehicles. When traveling internationally, the Air Force transports much of this gear aboard massive cargo planes like the Boeing C-17 Globemaster III, which are basically the moving trucks of presidential logistics. Security on foreign soil. When Air Force One touches down in another country, the security measures don't take a coffee break. The Secret Service works hand in hand with local law enforcement, embassy staff, and aviation authorities to lock down airports and motorcade routes. Often, entire blocks of airport time are set aside just for Air Force One's arrival and departure. Emergency aircraft stand by, and the motorcade is staged on the tarmac to whisk the president away with minimal exposure time. It's a choreography of international proportions. One misstep and the entire operation could be compromised. But thanks to years of experience and coordination, these missions run like clockwork. Smoke and mirrors for presidential safety. Both in the air and on the ground, decoys are a critical component of presidential security. For example, when Marine One takes to the skies, it usually flies in formation with 5 or 6 identical helicopters. Observers and potential attackers have no way of knowing which aircraft actually carries the president. This same tactic applies to the motorcade as well. Multiple identical limousines drive in formation, with nobody but a select few knowing which one actually contains POTUS. It's like a high-stakes shell game where lives are on the line. A traveling symbol of American power. Presidential transportation isn't just about getting from one place to another. It's about projecting American power, technological capability, and unflinching preparedness. Whether it's a state visit overseas, a quick trip to Camp David, or a speech across town, the sheer scale of these operations showcases the importance placed on the office. The aircraft, vehicles, and teams behind the scenes all serve one ultimate purpose: to ensure the president can fulfill their duties no matter where they are, no matter the threat, and no matter the circumstances. And there you have it, the jaw-dropping, high-tech, secretive, and sometimes downright mind-blowing world of how the President of the United States travels. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the fascinating world of presidential transportation, make sure to smash that like button, give us a subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one.